How are you? We are back like we never left. Okay, actually we did, but we're back because God did. Anyway, well, glad to have you back, and I'm sure that you are glad to have me back. So let's go right straight into the business. Ah, 2023 general elections, the elections we have been talking about for ages, is finally here and days away, like it on the counter for our hand. And well, as we are starting up this pressing issue, so let's start on the testing microphone level, small by small, you understand? So let's start with looking at who are the major actors in the scene. So on the presidential lineup, we've got standing on the red corner, Waziri, aka Mr. Money Whether They Waste Time to contest every time and ready to share money every time.
People were asking me, where am I going to get 10 billion? If I privatize Bodako refinery, Wari refinery, Kaduna refinery, I'm going to get the money.
Woo! On the blue corner, we've got Baba with the updates, aka Jagabi, updating everywhere.
A town hall different from Bala Blue, Bulaba.
And of course, we've got Adobe with the voice, the figure, and the statistics.
If you sell that oil, if you sell the quantity we lost, this is July alone. If you sell it at the average price of $110, it will give you $2,450,000,000, which at our rate of exchange of 550, you lost. If you use 550, because I used an average of 550, you've lost 1,344,700,000,000 naira.
Yeah, and then of course we've got the others. And the others now, really, are we really going to waste our? Come on, really? I mean, even INEC will not announce their result. They'll just probably drop them on their Facebook page or something. So others include low budget Julius Malema of Nigeria. Yeah, we've got Fine Boy Dumebi. Like, hold on. I feel like, if Dumebi becomes president, right? That's the way they do. This military song they play when the president wants to speak. For Dumebi, it will be this one. Dumebi. Yeah, it's just a feeling. Anyway, also as part of the others, we got the contestant of the YPP. Yeah, Professor in here. I feel like YPP, they should, if they want to appeal to the youth for the next election, they should change their party slogan. We are the YPP, yeah, you know me. We are the YPP, yeah, you know me. We are the YPP, I don't know you. That way they might sell. Okay, and who else do we have again? We've got Rich Kid Kola Biola. On the ballot. And of course, how could I forget? We have Bad Guy Hamza. Bad Guy, the emotional guy.
Protecting you, we will die.
And we've got the man that is about to scatter something very soon. RMK himself. There's RMD, there's RMK. Two of them, they scatter something anywhere they go. Well, the grapevine has it that very soon, in a matter of days and weeks, RMK is going to be the auction guy. Or in Catholic Church, what we call bazaar.
So, 10 million. Is there anyone who would like to challenge Tiffany's opening bid? And this is now serious. If you don't challenge this bid, I will sell it to Tiffany.
You get it? If you know, you know. Yet again, there are other interesting characters, in electioneering space like this. And in 2023, this bunch of middle-aged, are they even middle-aged men of over 50? Yeah, well, over 50-year-old men. One is 60, another one is 40-something, always doing things together. I mean, when last did you see your favorite daddies and granddaddies dressing together, singing together, dancing together, traveling together, doing things together? As a matter of fact, even making political choices and decisions together. Yeah, they are known as the G5 cultural troupe and the political Ashedu boys of our time. Of course, you know, as the G5 always do things together, attending rallies together, flagging off their rallies together, a little thing happened in Ibadan.
Vote for Sheyi, vote for the senators, vote for the House of Reps, vote for the House of Assembly. The other one, Sheyi will talk to you. The other one, Sheyi will talk to you. The other one, Sheyi will talk to you. No problem.
Yeah, you know that everywhere that the weeks have been going, right? He will say this, then he will say the other one. Apparently, Oyo people were not gonna have it. Remember when they said Edo no be Lagos? Well, some people were saying Ibadan no be Port Harcourt. But trust that the weeks, he not go agree. You don't see man where they fight with full market, that's that the weeks for you. I mean, person we don't talk say he not they fear anything.
I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything.
And not just say, when you hear, you know they fear anything, you think he's even saying, I know they fear anybody. No. Man, we don't challenge a Gungu. Yeah. Man, we don't challenge a Gungu. Is he your mate?
Tell them, there's a bear lobo. Tell your ghost to wake up. If not, I'll go there and flog them all. She gotta wake up.
Anyway, we will be waiting for the decision of the G5. Let's see what that will be. Well, in an electioneering season, one of the things that campaigners, or will I say politicians who are canvassing for votes, always look out for or would always desire is a phenomenon known as endorsements. Endorsements are basically, an individual or a group of individuals representing an institution or a society or anything saying unanimously that they, as a body or as an individual, are supporting a particular candidate. That goes a long way in actually, oiling out the political fortunes of any politician running for an office. And 2023 is no exception. I mean, there have been a little of endorsements here and there, but there was one endorsement that came that got everywhere rumbling and tumbling and shaking.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has endorsed the candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, as his preferred contestant for the forthcoming presidential election.
That endorsement can be compared to a town hall, different from what I mean. Obasanjo, the letter writer. I feel like Obasanjo is related to Apostle Paul because he's always writing epistles every time. I mean, Paul wrote to Ephesus, Colossians, Galatians, Corinthians, and our Oga too is always writing here and there. And this time around, he wrote to the youth to say, look, if you want your future to be high, I endorse Peter Obi. Please do vote for Peter Obi. And reactions came one after the other, like back to back.
There are about 5 presidents, former presidents alive today. None among them interferes with the country and with every president like a meddlesome interloper like President Obasanjo.
And I'm excited by this endorsement. I'm excited by the endorsement of Obasanjo against Atiku and for Peter Obi, because the endorsement of Obasanjo is not against APC, it's against Atiku.
Of course, we are not bothered about this endorsement. For us, is so much of wind, so much of violence of wind. And because to our mind, the exact precedence, the exact background to the person of General Obasanjo in terms of performance in office does not sell him to us as a credible individual that we should seek his endorsement.
Clearly, Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi didn't just make the spokesmen become spokesmen. They actually became shoutsmen. They were raking. And, of course, it was a good day for the Labour Party spokespersons as they were on a cruise of as it is sweet us, it is pain them.
When I heard these gentlemen talk, I was really asking myself, is Obasanjo in the ticket in 2023? Because they were just talking about Obasanjo this, Obasanjo that. And we are talking about recruiting the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I will tell you what Obasanjo saw in P2B, and then you will do the matchmaking, and the Nigerians will do the judgment.
By the way, shout out to the Labour Party spokesperson. They're doing a pretty nice job, especially Kenneth Okonkwo and Ndi Kato. Yeah. All right. Now, in all of the reactions, however, there was the mother of all reactions.
Let me say straight away,
Right.
without any degree of irrelevancy, that the endorsement of former President Matthew Aremu Okikulakan Obasanjo drips of logoroic megalomania that verges on messianic monomania as characteristic of him. Nobody says that Aremu Okikulakan Obasanjo does not have a right to his preference. But his preference is not a political Roma locuta et cosa finita et. When Rome has spoken, there's nothing more to be said. He has no moral compass to pontificate on the direction of this country. I dare say that the endorsement of former President Obasanjo is both a political incubus and a political succubus, a cancer for Peter Obi. Why do I say so?
In what way?
Yes,
Yeah.
why do I say so?
Mm-hmm.
Peter Obi has gone to Martin Olympus to announce to the whole world in Kabudo and in Olus Bolus that his mantra is to retrieve Nigeria from the ancient regime and give it to the new generation.
Egudu. Igodomigodo has spoken. They're mad. First of all, Igodomigodo has to let us know that, look, him and Obasanjo na meet. He call him in full name down to the one when grandmama call him. No time, But I must say, though, those interviewers, those ladies on Arise Television need to be given one champagne, one handbag, and one shoe. Expensive, each of them. Like, how did they keep a straight face? Yeah. If not me. Oh, we had Patrick Obayemo when I was when we had the other news on Channels Television, and we all of us, thank God Oke was the one hosting that day. All of us had to protect ourselves. No time.
I have to prepare at this point.
Yes,
I have to prepare for the bullets that you will be dropping.
I have no doubt at all that...
If I was the one on that set, God knows, I for not laugh, they for not sack me for work. Like, yee. And by the way, I must commend all the women in television, particularly all the women in news television who are having daily interface with all of these politicians and their shenanigans. I mean, chief of whom, I must say, if there should be an award, a kind of Nobel Prize or something, it should be given to that Chinese lady, Maokwe Ogun Yusuf. I mean, that woman has taken a lot in this work.
Unlike before, that we have to do something serious about this. You see, in a Igbo setup, we say that Akbamo, Oko Kalia, you will put a kocha of meaning that if the scrotum is itchy and you try to handle it, bring it out and give it thorough,
I beg, if you see my sister Mark any day for road, buy a mineral. She don't try for this work. Well, you know what they say. If you don't want to know the man that slept with your mother before your father married her, do not run for political office, because once you put yourself out there, you have subjected yourself to public scrutiny of all kinds, and all things will be said against you and things will be dug out. Speaking of unearthing things, have you heard about these people from Delta State?
I don't tell her, say, Papa, in name na Sanwo-olu. So when I dey river, I call me, say, Mommy, say, if I even see Papa, I go no. I say, why you dey ask? Man, when be say make love with one, me I no go no. Not be say now only one day movement. So I say no.
Message when I get from her be say, now two people they born person. I know my mom village, I don't know my papa village, Courage now. And it's they bother me. I don't marry, I don't get children, so I like to know where my papa come from. I know they look for my papa because they get money.
I actually don't know what to say about this because we are following this case and we will see it to a logical end. However, let me just put it out there. In case, just in case, I pass by somewhere in the last 30 years and something dropped. If you are there now, come forward though. Come forward though. It's not when I want to listen. If I make you come forward, now when I day for here. You know, there are certain things you will hear that people did, and just because of their mien, just because of how they look, you feel like, this guy is a bad guy. Go feed dwarf, you're bad guys. But when you look at the person they are talking about, I mean, look at his face. Look at his face. That guy, he resembles who be your wife, bro. Like, I mean, look at this. He resembles bad guy. I mean, I don't know. But let's see. And then, if you match the two, is there any resemblance? Maybe we'll probably need a Dr. Phil or a Jerry Springer in Nigeria or something to figure that out, right? And before I get out of your hair, hope you are a responsible Nigerian. Hope that if you are of voting age, you are armed with your permanent voter's card or you are in the process of getting it, right? And ensure that it doesn't end with having your voter's card. You are also voting, and you are voting for your conscience, you are voting for the truth, and you are voting for the future of this country, the better future that is. And ensure that your voter's card has all your proper details, particularly your original date of birth and your date of birth on Instagram. They should match. I didn't say anything, please, okay? So nobody should come for me. Have mercy on me, okay? On the AK Market Day. And that's how the cookie crumbles today on a fresh episode on a brand new season of Pressing Issues Special Election Edition. It's going to be coming hard, I can assure you. All you have to do for me is please subscribe to the YouTube page, turn on your notifications across all platforms, Facebook and all of them. Instagram is going to be everywhere, all right? So please do well and share. It's not only prayer, this thing that you'll be sharing. When you share prayer own in the morning, share my own in the afternoon. Now so Jesus, done. All right. So thank you for sticking around, watching it to the very end, and sharing and subscribe, because I know you will do that. I'll be back very soon with yet again another episode in a matter of days. As I said, I will do it. All right. My name is Dan the Humorous, aka the Wolf, aka the Honorable, right and left. That is, I will be back.